What is up, guys? We are back with another episode of Stumped for Answers. Nice to see everybody. It's been a while. We had a struggle with the New Zealand series. Not too many positives to take away from that. Pakistan ended up losing the third ODI as well. We're not going to go in depth on that. But something now that's coming to Pakistan and we're big fans of, and we wanted to talk about is the PSL, PSLX, PSL Season 10. Probably the biggest season of PSL coming.
They say that every
And
year. They say that
no,
every
but
year.
I mean the international
No,
talent
but actually it
is
is, yeah.
great this year, and as you guys can see, I'm not a Zalmi fan, but I got the little vest for today, and my co-host is with me, Vase. How are you, brother?
Hey man, all praise the Almighty. And Z, I think your screen's lagging a bit, I reckon.
Okay, it'll fix. Don't worry.
Okay, it's good now. I'm doing great, man. Heartbreak after heartbreak, Pakistan, New Zealand. But now, honestly, PSL is one of those times where you can just watch the game and be happy because it's not like, you have too much invest into the game.
Yeah,
However, you know who I'm rocking with. I'm rocking with PZ. But honestly, I'm excited and shout out to PSL for that anthem. That anthem is a banger.
yeah. They got a bunch
That
of
anthem is, they
cool
got a bunch
features
of good
on it.
artists. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like it. I like it.
Ali's
So,
up for the GOAT, the PSL anthem GOAT. So, and I think this year you're saying like they say every year, but honestly, this year I think the international talent is at an all-time high. If you go through the squads and take a look at them, a lot of the guys from New Zealand, some Australians, English players, they're all coming, and playing in Pakistan, which is always a great sign for us. Um, so let's look back. We'll just cover like um last year, 2024 was Islamabad United's year. They triumphed. They won the trophy under Shadab. They've won like three times now, I think. So they're the most successful franchise. I think they won under Misbah. They won under Muhammad Sami as well. And Multan Sultans were the runners up. They've made the final four times, I think, in a row. So Rizwan is consistent. Let's just start by want to do like a quick review on the teams, and then we'll go through like which team we think will win, some of the top performers, young players to look out for, and then we'll go from there. Sound cool?
sounds good, man.
All right. The first team that we want to talk about is a team that I'm probably supporting. I've been a fan for now 10 years.
KK.
Watched them lose a whole bunch, but Karachi Kings under the new leadership of David
David
Warner.
Warner.
So very happy to see that. Sean Masood has been let go of captaincy duties. He's still on the squad, but a couple of their key additions that they have the guys like David Warner, Tim Seifert, who we saw that destroyed Pakistan. So nice to
Pakistan.
see him there. They have Liton Das, Kane Williamson, partially, I think, after the first 4 or 5 games. Nice to
Hmm.
see him. And then they drafted Adam Milne, I think, in the first round as their platinum pick, fast bowler from New Zealand. And some of the local players to watch, I think, Vase, we've been high on this guy, Arfat Minaz, and
Hmm.
then Omer bin Yusuf. So, what do you think about the squad, and if do you think Karachi is going to have a more successful year than they did last year? Because they didn't make the playoffs last year.
No, of course. Honestly, I think they will make the playoffs. Just the pool of international talent on their team now. And, we forgot to mention one player, AJ, Amr Jamal.
Oh, yes, Mr.
Yeah, and
804.
yeah, Mr. Ado, excuse me. But I do think that, I think he's going to be an X factor for their team. He played under the great leadership, great guidance of King last year, and he bowled well. I just kind of wish he bowled in the death overs a bit smarter. But we'll see if he has improved his game or not. But I think KK is a team to look out for, just based off the just the international talent that they've acquired this offseason. So I actually do think that it's tough to say. Actually, out of 16, I think they'll finish top four for sure, and I think
Okay.
KK will make the playoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think one of their weaknesses might be the spin bowling,
spin.
actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think Muhammad Nabi is probably their most experienced guy. And then obviously Arfat Minhaj is there, but he's still
he's
young
younger.
and still has to watch out for. And then I think just in general, their pace bowling isn't. isn't the best either. I mean, they
HA
have.
baby, Hassan Ali baby,
I mean, yeah, guys like
PSL
Amr
go.
Jamal and
I'm
Hassan
kidding.
Ali,
Yeah,
but like they're.
D-
I think out
they
of
can
the
get
other
smacked
teams,
too.
they're kind of
Yeah,
lacking a little bit of the bowling
no, for
talent. But I
sure.
think they got to
Yeah,
rely heavily
on the batting.
on the batting, like the guys like David Warner, Tim Seifert, Kane Williamson. These guys got to score big runs for them to be successful. So very happy to see that. Obviously, David Warner, huge name, one of the guys who's been playing in IPL for years. Now he's towards the tail end of his career, but definitely awesome to see him in Pakistan. The next team we are covering, your favorite team, the team that I'm representing, unfortunately today, Peshawar Zalmi, whose captain is Babar Azam, aka the King, as some would call him.
Yes, yes.
Um, so obviously, some key players that they have, Saim Ayub, the rising star of Pakistan right now.
I'm actually very excited to see, how he comes
Yeah,
back
he's
from
back to
injury.
full fitness, so excited for
Inshallah,
that.
inshallah.
Sufyan Mukim, I think he's going to be one of the top wicket takers in
I
this
reckon, yep.
PSL.
Yep, I'm with you on that.
Especially after his impressive tour in New Zealand, I think he bowled very well. They have guys like Nahid Rana, the
Fast
Bangladesh
bowler from
fast
Bangladesh.
bowler, Alzari Joseph from West Indies, and then a couple of the local fast local players like Abdul Samad, Muhammad Haris, Fakar Zaman. This is like the no, Fakar Zaman is in Lahore
Fuckers
Qalandars.
man, yeah,
Sorry,
yeah, he's
yeah,
in, yeah,
but
he's in
Abdul
upkeep.
Samad, Muhammad Haris, and then Babar Azam. I think, to be
Muhammad Ali
honest,
too, baby.
yeah, Muhammad Ali,
Muhammad Ali,
man, he's
bro,
a PSL
HBL PSL
legend.
legend. He is, yeah, he's really
For
good at
Multan,
PSLs.
he was
Yeah,
amazing,
Multan, he was
but
a beast.
man,
Yeah,
his stock for me dropped
yeah.
heavy after that New Zealand
After New
tour.
Zealand series, yeah.
But Vase, what do you think overall with the squad? I don't think they did too many improvements, to be honest. They made the playoffs last year, but in terms of when you look at the other teams on paper, their international talent is definitely uh less compared to the other teams.
For sure. Thing with PZ, man, I think they're very top heavy. Top four batters, you'll have King, Saim, Muhammad Haris, top three out of the
And
four.
then I
And
think
I
they
feel
have
like,
TKC, Tom Kohler Cadmore. That's the one guy they've been rocking with for a while, who's kind
yeah,
of like a PSL guy.
yeah. I mean, we'll see how they do, but I feel like if the opposing team gets early wickets and gets, Saim out early or King, then to be honest, I think, they are gonna be in trouble. Fast bowling wise too, I don't think their pace attack is too strong.
It's not. They
Honestly,
only have
it's not.
Muhammad
Yeah,
Ali. Before they
I mean,
used to have
yeah,
guys like Wahab Riaz, and like they used to have this strong fast bowling. They had the one of the other guys, I forgot who, Samin Gol, I think was one of the other guys. But yeah, definitely not the fast bowling prowess isn't there either for Peshawar Zalmi. So I'm gonna kind of predict that this team doesn't make the playoffs. I think it's one of the weaker teams. I don't think they'll
yeah.
make the
Honestly, it is
playoffs.
one of the. Yeah, I mean, spin attack wise, they're all right. They got Mr. Memran Mumtaz, who we're high on, and then they also have Sufyan Mukim as well.
Yeah.
I think spin wise will be fine. I just think like the weakness is obviously their pace attack and their middle lower order. To be honest, is non-existent. And to CB, he left PZ and he's facing a 1 year suspension ban from PSL.
Oh yeah, Corbin
Um,
Bosch.
Corbin Moss, if they had him, honestly speaking, I think did be
Yeah, he's a
I would
great
say top
all-rounder.
four.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, his loss as well will hurt the team. But honestly, man, with the star power they have, I mean, King and Simon at the top as a top order is freaking pretty insane,
Y-
but they're gonna need to bat a good like 16 to 18 overs every single game for them to have a chance to win. Because I don't, trust their pace
Yeah,
attack honestly to
obviously, like
restrict.
you said, Saim Ayub and Babar Azam, huge part. And one thing I'm actually looking forward to is Saim Ayub actually bowling, because last PSL too, he was pretty very handy actually with the ball in the power
Hmm.
play for Peshawar,
Yeah.
and he got some wickets as well. So definitely want to see that. Um, and then we'll move on now to probably the biggest team in the PSL, the one that spends the most money, the one that has the most fan base, like the biggest fan base. And I'm surprised you're not supporting this team, the Lahore Qalandars. Qalandars ka Sikandar. Lahore Qalandars.
Man,
And their one and only captain, the Eagle, Shaheen Shah Afridi.
who
The
knows
only
if he's
team to
gonna?
go, the only team
Sorry,
to go back to back in the PSL. So I mean, and in terms of star power, man, they have it all. Um,
Akar,
they got
Harish,
guys like
Shaheen,
Fakhar
Abdullah.
Zaman, Abdullah Shafiq. They drafted Daryl Mitchell this year,
That's
Sikandar
a good.
Raza,
He's a
Sam
beast
Billings,
spinner.
and then they have the fast bowling trio of Shaheen Shah, Haris Rauf, and Zaman Khan. So
That is a
definitely,
dangerous ass team, man. But Zay, let me
yeah,
ask you a question. Let me just cut you off and ask you a question. When is Shaheen Shah Freebie gonna place himself to bat?
man. I mean, this is a crazy question, but their batting is so loaded that if he comes anywhere after, like before number 8 or 9,
Eight?
I'd be mind blown.
Bro, I don't know if you remember last year's PSL. He came in at like 4-1 game, and he came. Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
few games last year he
last
came in
year
at
in
four.
PSL is where he was like promoting himself. He batted at number 4,
Four,
batted at
yeah.
5, batted at 6. But man, maybe in PSL it might work, but in with this team, there's no way he should bat that high. They have the
Yeah, he
batting,
went.
man. So
Yeah.
like there's no way. I don't think that he bats above number 8 or
And
9.
Zay, one more question. Is Abdullah Shafiq going to play in the playing 11?
So last year he didn't play.
Yeah, I don't know
He
why,
didn't get
but
that many games.
I think he got
Um
two, maybe, if that.
Yeah, 2 or 3 games, but I think he is going to get some games. I think they have to give him some exposure. And it's only fair. I mean, if you don't play him in PSL, then how do you expect his confidence to
To,
grow, right?
yeah, no,
I
you're
think
absolutely.
him and Fakhar Zaman is going to be a good opening like duo. Um one's very aggressive, one's like aggressive but plays proper cricketing shots. So, definitely excited to see Lahore Qalandars. They got big star power, man. So, um, and I think they didn't make the playoffs last year. They finished last, so they have something to
Dude,
prove.
honestly, I think last year they only won like two games, if that.
Yeah,
I think
one
it
or
was how
two
many games?
games.
One or two games. Yeah, they were
Yeah.
horrible last year.
So, like I said, I think their strength is the fast bowling. Obviously, they have three kind of specialist T20 like premier fast bowlers.
Hmm.
And their weakness, I think, is spin bowling. They don't really have um a crazy good spinner. I think Sikandar Raza is gonna they're gonna rely on him, but
Yeah,
other than that, they gotta rely on some local talent. So let's see. I mean, Shaheen's got a lot to prove, man. I feel like he's gonna
dude, a
come in
lot.
with some fire. I think you never know. He might have one of those like crazy seasons that he had in, I think it was PSL 2017 when he broke through and was going crazy in the
Hmm.
PSL that led him into the national team. Right now his stock is low, so I think
It's very
he's
low, bro.
gonna,
Yeah,
yeah, I think he's gonna like have that fires, that passion. I think he needs to, right? I mean, if he
yeah.
wants to play on the international team, he's got to go crazy and try to lead them back to a top 4 finish at least. What are your predictions? Top 4 for Qalandars, or are they missing the playoffs?
Dude, the team is stacked. Honestly speaking, you got that, that fast-paced trio of Ralph, Shaheen, and PSL legend, Mr. Clutch, ice in his veins, Zaman Khan, man.
Yeah,
Especially in the depth,
yeah.
the
So
Yorkers, I
Basse,
reckon.
one thing with Zaman Khan is like, why is he not being picked in the Pakistan
In the
team for
national,
T20s,
yeah, I
especially
have
when we're
no clue.
struggling at the end in the depth bowling,
In
right?
the depth, yeah,
Yeah, so why? Because he's been proven to like
yeah.
defend low, like 10 or 12 runs in the last over. Like he's done that in
Dude,
the PSL final.
he has done that. And I don't know if you remember the 2023 Asia Cup. I think it was 2023 Asia Cup. When they threw him into that ODI squad, we're playing Sri Lanka in that do or die game.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, I
he bowled
remember.
his ass off in the deck. I mean, even though we ended up losing that game, but like he came in and he changed the momentum of the game, you know?
He did, he did, he
So
did.
yeah, so he should for sure be on the T20 side. I mean, if you don't want to put him on ODI, that's fine. But international T20, dude, he's the player you want, especially in the depth, and we don't have any depth bowlers.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, honestly, I think Lahore Qalandars will finish top four. I'll say that. Yeah, I think they'll finish top four.
Okay, okay. Now we're gonna talk. We'll move forward to another team that's kind of star-studded. I mean, they got a lot of firepower, and I think this is probably the most exciting team in the PSL to watch, in my opinion. It
I
is the
know what you're saying.
champions Islamabad United.
Oh,
And their captain is Shadab Khan, Mr. Shady. They got picks like this year, new guys to the PSL. Matt Short from Australia, Big Bash legend. He's also played in the Australian T20 side. He was in the Champions Trophy squad as well, but he got injured early. They have guys like Rossi Vanderdussen, who's a South African player, great player. Jason Holder, and then their local talent is
it's
honestly
insane. Yeah,
I is insane. They have a Salmana Liaga, they have Imad Wasim, the young Azam Khan, the Naseem Shah, Saibzada Farhan, who's been going
going
crazy.
crazy, bro. I'm excited
Yeah,
to see him.
yeah. So I mean,
Hopefully,
these
he
guys
plays.
are stacked, man. And they have so many all rounders, right? So the only thing I think that could kind of I think hurt this team is maybe the fast bowling is not there. They have guys like Naseem Shah, and I believe his brother is on the team too, Hunan, but he's
Yeah.
young.
Hmm.
So I think Naseem Shah is gonna have to play like a pivotal role for them this year. They also have guys like Haider Ali. I
Dude,
forgot
Haderlin's a
to
PSL legend. I
yeah, I
swear,
forgot to
PSL he
mention
goes
him.
crazy. Yeah, I was gonna add him too. I mean, I think
I
he's probably
think
gonna
he
come in at
started
five,
playing better when he
six.
was playing in Islamabad. He was on Peshawar Zalmi before
Yeah,
too,
beforehand, yeah. But
and
he was
he
going
wasn't
crazy
doing
last
as
year.
great. But now he's in Islamabad United where they have a kind of a system.
Hmm.
Um, and I think they're another favorites to kind of repeat. Guys like now we've seen Aga coming with good
Dude,
form,
yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, I think he's
and
gonna
I
go
think this
crazy.
is where Shadab has to prove himself again, right? He came to the T20 team. We had high expectations, and it was kind of a disappointment where he wasn't able to bowl properly. He wasn't able to bat that well either. So definitely something that we have to look out for. I mean, he's the captain of the team. Uh, Vase, do you think he's going to be batting high in the order like he usually does? Last year he was batting at 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think he's gonna stay at four, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, so if he came in at 4 or 5 last year, they obviously they won the trophy. That's A, and then B. At the end of the day, PSL is a time to showcase yourself too. To put yourself in that international squad to solidify your spot. Which should not be the case for the most part, honestly. But I think yeah, he'll come in at four. I think he's gonna hit a lot. And honestly, I'm excited, Zay, to see the boy Imad Wasim. I really want to see if he's fit or not. I'm excited to see him though. Because I don't think he's
He's
been
a
playing any cricket.
T20 league legend, man.
Oh, for
Um
sure.
he been ripping squares in the locker room last year. I don't
Crazy.
know if you
Yeah,
guys
that was
remember that one
epic.
video. Homie was and then he went into
Yep,
bat
after a
and
stop.
he had Imad Wasim whether we like it or not. I mean,
He's clutch.
he's clutch. I mean, that India game aside last year, but in the PSL, man, he had two games, the semifinal and the final, where like they
Final
won
where, yeah.
from like a
Yeah,
situation where they shouldn't have won at all. So I've always been a huge fan of Imad Wasim, and we're still looking for a replacement in the national team for someone like Imad Wasim. So
facts.
I honestly think Islamabad United is either gonna win or make the final. That's my prediction.
Oh,
Uh,
I don't think so.
you think they're gonna miss the playoffs or
No, I think they'll make the playoffs, but I think they'll probably like lose in the first round. I don't think they're gonna make
okay,
yeah, I don't think they make the final. Oh,
okay.
also, Zayd, do you remember that game last year? It was Naseem Shah's brother. I think all three of the Shah brothers were on the team at one point, if I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
mistaken.
So Hanan, Obed, and Naseem Shah, yeah.
Okay, so one of the brothers, I think it was Obed.
He hit
He
a
dropped like
four.
five. Well, aside from he dropped like five catches in one
Oh,
game. I don't know if you
in
remember
one
that.
game. Yeah, yeah. It was
That
I
was
think it was Hanan.
insane.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
Nate, boy,
insane.
yeah, that was crazy, bro. I felt so bad for him too. And it's like wherever he was, the ball kept locating him.
It was finding him.
Yeah,
I remember watching that live. I was like, dude, I
yeah,
feel sorry for this guy. All
yeah.
right, now let's cover probably the most interesting team in the PSL X PSL 10 edition. the Quetta Gladiators,
Bro, they're
and
my favorite to win it. They will win the championship. They're hoisting the trophy. I'm telling you right now, they are.
so like a couple days ago, like I'm huge on PSL, right? I've been watching since the first season. I don't miss any games, even when I'm at work. It's like on the side, like I'm watching the games on the side while pretending to do work at the office. But and I was like looking it up, and I was like, dude, who's the Quetta Gladiators captain this year? Because I know Sarfraz Ahmad didn't make the team, but I looked it up, and Saud Shakil, aka
CD,
Chotar
baby,
Don,
Chota
man.
Don.
They've decided to make him the captain, which is a surprising choice to be very honest. He's played in 10 PSL games in his career.
Zaid, he has the fire in him, I swear to God. You remember that Champions Trophy game, Pakistan, New Zealand? I mean, that boy, when he gets angry, he's into the zone. And I think he's going to make a great T20 captain, I swear.
Oh, let's see, man.
I'm telling you, bro, CD.
So Kuwait has failed to make the playoffs 4 years in a row now. So
Bro, but their team is stacked.
their team is stacked. Let's cover the team. They
Yes.
have
Cover
Finn Allen, Kyle Jamison,
Mark
Sean
Chapman.
Abbott, Mark Chapman, Kusal Mendes, and then they have guys like Hassan Nawaz, the youngster, Riley Rousseau, Muhammad Amir, Khwaja Nafe, the
Fahim Ashraf.
Fahim Ashraf. Man, so they're loaded
I swear
for
they're stacked.
PSL.
They're stacked as crap.
The only thing I see is like, guys wanna are guys gonna rally and play under Saud Shakil because he's been unproven as a leader. Like he hasn't really captained any PSL teams prior. He hasn't captained Pakistan. He's played 10 PSL games, and there's no way, like, I feel like if he doesn't perform, like he's like a question mark even to make the playing 11 because he has to open in this format, right? That's the thing
Hmm.
with Pakistan, like some of these Pakistani guys, Babar, Rizwan, Saud, in these formats, if they don't open,
They have no role in
their
the team.
stock is like low because they're where are they gonna fit, right? They're not gonna utilize the power play. So I'm interested to see like how Saud Shakil is gonna adapt opening, right? Because we saw him opening in the in the
Champions
champions.
Trophy.
I mean
I mean,
champions,
he
like he was
looked
playing one
lost, bro.
down, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so we
No,
saw him
I
do.
think he opened one game too. I think he
Yeah,
opened the
he opened
game.
one game.
Fucker was hurt. I think where you remember
Yeah,
where he got hurt? Yeah.
yeah, he opened one game. So I mean,
I
he
mean,
didn't
yeah.
look great in one days. So let's see how he's like kind of evolving. I saw like a net video of him like hitting some shots, but everyone looks great in the nets. So definitely, I think Quetta Gladiators is a dark horse team to kind
Dude,
of take it there.
and you forgot to mention the mystery spinner,
Abrar, yes,
Abrar
sir.
Ahmad. Dude, the team is stacked. We got $500,000 on the line. And if you know anything about the boy, Amr, he performs well under pressure and he's gonna get that money too.
We're also they also have another mystery spinner on the team that's not being talked about, who probably should be given a chance at the Pakistan level. Usman Tariq. I don't know if you remember that guy.
Bro,
The
his
headband.
action, right? Are you talking about the
Yeah,
action too where he
he's
do a
got
little
the
jerk?
action where he stops in the middle and then just like
Yeah.
goes, and he's very hard pick. I remember watching him last year. He was hard to hit, hard to get away. So Quetta definitely that team. The only
Zed, one
weak
more thing. Do they have Riley Rousseau on their team?
They do have Riley Rousseau, PSL legend. No,
I'm
no,
telling
no.
you, the team is
Riley
stacked.
Rousseau is actually on Multan now. He's on Multan. He's on Multan.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was
He
about to
used to be
say.
on Quetta. He used to be on Quetta.
Okay.
Yeah. He's on Multan. But
Oh
like
shit.
I said, they have a lot of depth.
Dude,
Spin
Hassan
strength.
Nawaz opening?
I don't know.
Fahim Ashraf, BPL legend?
So is
Muhammad
it gonna be
Amr in the
Hassan
deck?
Nawaz and Saud Shakil opening?
So,
That would be like no way Hassan Nawaz and Saud Shakil open because Finn Allen has to play, right? Finn Allen has to open.
dude, their team is stacked, and you got Mark Chapman as well.
Yeah, yeah.
He he,
Mark,
he, he can come in at four,
I
five,
feel like it's gonna be Finn Allen, Sal Shaquille, Mark Chapman at three.
and
Um,
then Hassan Nawaz at four.
yeah. No,
Bro,
I don't
that's
know if Hassan Navaz is gonna even play. They have Kusal Mendes
Zayd.
too.
They're playing, bro. Zayd 100% he's playing. He scored 100 and he went back to his town, bro. And they treated him like he won the '92 World Cup. Did you see
Dude,
that
he scored
video?
100 in one game, and then his the rest of the scores were binary 0 0 0
Yeah.
0 1. So, Let's see, man. Guaita is definitely a team that I think is the dark horse. The last team we got to talk about, um, a team that has is probably the most consistent team since they've been in the PSL, the newest team in the PSL, the Multan Sultans, Ali Tarin's team. Uh,
And I see
I,
so many interviews of him.
yeah, I don't know. I would not say I'm the biggest fan of him, but
You know, dude, I sent him a DM saying that, bro, you should become the PCB chairman. And I mean, he didn't
oh, come
respond.
on, man,
But
please.
bro, I like him because he gets on there and he says it how it is, man. He's unapologetic, unapologetic. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
yeah,
he is. He
yeah.
says,
So their captain is Mohammad Rizwan. The guys that they brought in, Shea Hope from West Indies, who's the new
"Oh
uh,
baby, hope,
West Indies T20 captain. Michael Bracewell, the guy who defeated Pakistan in two series,
bro."
right
I
now as the
honestly,
captain of New Zealand.
literally every international player playing for the PSL, bro, they have tortured Pakistan in the past few
Exactly.
years. You know.
Guys like David Willey, who's an experienced guy, Johnson Charles, and then the local players, Ifti Chacha, who's a PSL legend as well. Have you seen him get hyped in these like local the domestic tournaments?
I have, dude. He's been
He
going
got
crazy.
one of the local players out, and I think Salman Butt was doing the commentary, and he's like, "Oh, if Iftkhar has just acted like he got Viv Richards out." So, that guy's man, he brings the energy. We have guys like TT Tayyip Tahir, who's got lots to prove.
Dude, a
Um,
lot, man.
Guys like Kamran Ghulam, the PSL GOAT Usman Khan,
Oh,
man,
UK, baby. UK's a PSL G. And
him
don't
and
forget about the other PSL GOAT, bro.
who?
Osama Mir.
Oh man, the highest wicket taker.
I swear, I think he took like how many wickets last time?
I think it was
24 or
like
something?
24, something in the 20s, mid 20s, high
Dude,
20s.
honestly, I think he might take the most wickets again.
I don't think so. Um, but and they have the new fast bowler that we saw in New Zealand, Akif Javed. So nice to see him.
I'm excited to see him.
But like I said, man, this team, low key, I feel like this team is one of the other teams who's not gonna make the playoffs, even though they're stacked. Like they have the talent. I just think the other teams are gonna be better. And one of the reasons is I know Rizwan's been great in the PSL. I just think that he's gonna have a bad PSL season. And honestly, right now he's kind of under the pump. I don't know if you've heard the rumors that they might take away the ODI captaincy from him as well.
Nah, but it might go back
I
to
heard
King.
some rumors that the King Bobby might be coming back for to
Well,
take
that
over for
would
the
be
2027 World Cup.
well, that would be a dream
Imagine
come
what would
true.
happen to this podcast. We'll bring back some guests that might have a field day. Um,
Ships. Ships.
Uh, so I think Mohammad Rizwan is under a lot of pressure, which is gonna affect. And same thing what I talked about. Like Rizwan opens in the PSL, and he's like one of those like anchor type players again, that we've talked about before in the podcast. Is that approach gonna work? But they've been one of the most successful teams in the PSL, so I'm gonna take a risk and say um that they won't make the playoffs. I don't know. I just have a feeling that the other teams are gonna this have more star power and international talent to take them over the line. What do you think about Multan Sultans? Any
Hey
players you're looking
man,
for or any
hey,
teams?
their emerging pick, Shahid Aziz, all rounder. I mean, he took a 10 wicket haul the other month in domestic. Ziyad, I'm
Okay.
telling you, this guy's coming. Shahid Aziz, remember the name Shahid Aziz, bro, because
All
this guy
right.
can hit sixes too.
We'll
Great
remember the
fast
name
bowler.
Shahid
And
Aziz.
listen, thing about him, LL, baby. All we think about is line and length. His line and length in every delivery, bro. That's what he cares about. It's not no short, this, that, being all cute with it, trying to go for the in-swinging Yorker, baby. Shahid Aziz, remember the name, baby. I think he's
I'm
22 or
excited to see him
23.
because I honestly have
Hopefully he
not
plays
seen
too,
him
but
play
okay. I've
much,
seen a
but
few videos, dude, and I'm impressed. I like
okay.
his poise. So inshallah, hopefully we have some players that break through. I know Usman Khan, he broke through last year, and he didn't really, make that
Yeah,
much noise when he
it's
was given the
always
opportunity.
we're always looking for some of the young guys to come through. Like,
Hmm.
obviously, like PSL has definitely led. to some like great guys come through like Shaheen, Hadis. These guys are all PSL finds, even Shadab.
Hmm.
Um, so like definitely these are the guys that have come through local like Zaman Khan, like just PSL. A lot of the Lahore Qalandar guys. So shout out, I guess, Akib Javed for kind of finding these guys. But Vase, let's close it out by this. Who do you think is gonna be the PSL 10 champion, and who's going to be the runner up? Like, which two teams are going to make the finals?
I know it's a long shot and it might have contradicted everything I said earlier, but PC, Peshawar Zalmi, we have MK, the GOAT, Myra Khan as the grand ambassador, and
Oh
their
my
social
gosh.
media team. No, but their social media team is doing amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
I
they
mean,
are.
if
They
you
are.
saw the advertisement, they had MK in there, giving the team like a little pump up speech. They had King, they had, I'm a Beg in it. So they're kind of putting the PSO on their back, honestly speaking, because I've seen more ads, more hype videos coming from PZ than the actual PSO themselves. So I think with all that said, I mean, I'm praying to God Peshawar Zalmi win because King already has one trophy with KK with Karachi Kings. Inshallah, we're going for number two. And I feel like they will play the Gladiators in the final.
Okay.
I feel like
Um,
PZ Gladiators. Telling you, this PZ is here, bro. The hype is there. The
uh,
hype is there, baby.
nice to hear, and I don't know about a couple of the things you said there. But shout out Red Bull though. I mean, for PSO, new PSL
You,
sponsor. Before it was
man,
HBL. I don't know if you saw that little promo video they did for the trophy, where
I
they
haven't
got
seen
the.
that.
Oh, you haven't seen it? They got the entire
No.
Pakistan army in the video.
Wow. Hey, shout out Pac Army, baby. Pakistan's in the fight. I like that,
Yeah,
man.
man. I mean, uh, they're just kind of trying to prove a point here, but it's not that kind of show. Um, but for me, I think the two teams that are gonna make the finals, I think Islamabad United are the team to watch out for, and I'm gonna go.
You love Imad Wasim, bro.
I mean,
You love Imad
I've been a
Wasim. Yeah,
fanboy of
you
Imad
fucking
Wasim for a
10 years.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been on my like. At one point, I thought he was gonna be the T20 captain, right? But they ended up giving
And he
it
was
to.
supposed to be the T20
Yeah,
captain, to
they
be
and
honest,
they
he
ended up
was.
giving it to Babar Azam instead, and then Babar Azam kind of blackballed him from that from the team because they thought Muhammad Nawaz was better than him. Look how that ended up. But
He's
I
our
think
match
it's gonna
winner.
be Islamabad United, and I'm gonna go with my team that I'm
LQ.
supporting, the Karachi Kings.
Wow.
Karachi Kings.
Honestly, I
So
hope they do make it, but I pray to God that the final's not there. Because, bro, there was more people at my rec game than there was the PSL final last year, bro. There was 20 people in the stands.
yeah, that's the thing with Karachi, right? They just gotta kind of I think it's hard to get to the grounds, but
100%,
Vasi,
yeah.
I think with the new ground, especially at Gaddafi Stadium,
Gaddafi's gonna be a vibe.
I think the PSL like Multan always has a great crowd. Pindi always comes out to support. Let's just hope that the people of Karachi come out and support too.
No, and
Definitely want to see
also
that.
Zid, I think they're only having three matches over there, like two or three matches only.
Where in Karachi?
Yeah, majority
Okay.
of the matches are going to be happening in Lahore and Pindi, I think. And Zaid, one thing, let me just add one thing to this, man. You don't understand the crowd when King comes to the crease. I swear to God, you can make these faces. The crowd is electric.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
they
yeah.
hear is
No,
Babar,
yeah,
Babar, Babar.
Baber.
Bro,
Yeah, yeah.
goosebumps start coming out, bro.
You were
I
at a PSL
witnessed
game, right?
I was at the Australia Pakistan ODI game
Okay, okay.
2022 when international cricket returned to Pakistan after 13 years, right?
Oh, wow,
And
wow.
believe me when I say this, bro. I mean, Gaddafi, 30,000 people just chanting Babar scored two centuries in that series. Haven't seen it since, but I'm just excited for PSL, bro. When King comes out, he has aura. Say what you want, the kid has aura, bro. He
Yeah,
walks in like a G.
yeah,
So
yeah, no
I'm
doubt.
excited for
He's one of the
PSL, bro.
biggest names in Pakistan there is, and
In
tomorrow
history, baby.
we're opening up with a banger game tomorrow. Islamabad United versus Lahore Qalandars.
Dude, that's gonna be
It's about
insane.
to be it's about to be a banger. Are they having a opening ceremony too? I bet they are, right?
Yeah, yeah,
They're
I'm
probably
sure
gonna
they
do
are.
like a show or something like that, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool.
Inshallah, yeah.
Yeah, definitely excited to see that. So I think during the PSL we'll kind of do like some weekly shows, Vase, and then kind of do like a week in review and see how our predictions kind of ended up and what are the players that are to watch for, some of the emerging guys, some of the international guys that are doing really well. So I think that's it for this episode. Vase, do you have anything else to add or
Two questions, Ed. Highest run getter, highest wicket taker.
man, I think highest wicket taker for me, I'm gonna go with Sufyan Mukim. Um,
Oh,
yeah. So he's the guy that I'm looking for forward to doing the best. I think in tough conditions to bowl in New Zealand, I think he was better than Abrar Ahmed. His control, line and length was immaculate. And on in Pakistan where the pitches are more spin friendly, I think he'll do very well. Man, highest run getter is definitely a tough choice. There's so many options to pick.
I
It's
swear, yeah.
it's very tough. You can go with some of the easier answers and say guys like Babar Azam, Saim Ayub, these guys, Fakhr Zaman, these guys always end up in like the top three, four. Osman Khan, Rizvan, these guys are like
Yeah.
probably the guys that are it's gonna be the guys that open, right? They're probably gonna score the most runs.
Hmm.
Man, I'm gonna go with a dark horse that might not even play, but for some reason I got a feeling Abdullah Shafiq, Mr. ABD. I think
Oh
he might
my
be the highest run
goodness.
scorer in the PSL 10. What
Bro,
about
there's
you,
no
Vase?
way in hell.
What
Honestly,
about
I'll
you?
make a bet with you right now. It's not gonna be. Bro, you already know my answer for the highest one. The thing is, man, when the cameras are on, the lights are on. When the floodlights are on.
Hmm.
And people are chanting our name, and we look at the crowd. We see our mom, we see our dad. We see our siblings. It's King, dude. King is gonna have another coming out party. The applause better be as loud as the disrespect. You kick us out of the T20 team, that's fine. We'll go. We'll score the most runs in PSL. We'll win the damn trophy.
Yeah, I mean
Asia
that's
Cup.
what and we
That's what he's gonna do. Yeah.
honestly, as someone who's not even the biggest Babar Azam fan, but like I want that. Like go out there and prove why you belong. Show that
Mm-hmm.
you worked on the shots. Show that you worked on the intent. In the ODI series, definitely saw some
Some more
better
intent.
intent from
Yeah.
Babar Azam, some more shots that we haven't seen in the past, right?
Like honestly,
So
the past probably few years, honestly.
yeah, we saw him sweep.
Um,
We saw him hit down the ground. Those were positive signs. So yeah, definitely, I think he has something to prove. What about your top wicket taker? Please don't tell me you're gonna say Osama Mir.
honestly, I am, but I was gonna say Osama Mir, dude, because I mean his height, flight. I mean, when PSL, he's a PSL legend, dude. He's literally a PSL goat.
Man,
Honestly,
but
I'm gonna
the
go
thing
for a
is, what
dark
happens
horse.
to these guys when they come to the international team,
Dude,
right? The
they can't
height,
handle the
the
pressure.
flight,
Yeah,
nothing is
yeah.
there.
There's not.
Everything he's bowling the ball at half the pitch length, right, and getting hit for four, five,
I
sixes,
follow
one
you.
over.
I'm thinking, honestly, I'm gonna go for a dark horse. He's retired from international cricket, fast bowler, but this guy is so goddamn clever when he bowls. He's good with the new ball. I don't know. He's probably not as effective with the new ball as he was in his prime. In his prime, you're guaranteed a wicket in the power play. First
Okay.
over, he's guaranteed a wicket. In the
Yeah.
death, he improved. I mean, he's so clever with his bowling in the death.
Mm-hmm.
Variation switch, fast, slow. Go fastball. Hit him with the slow ball. He'll deceive the batter, and that man is Muhammad Amr, bro. And I
Great
hope
pick.
he
Great
takes
pick.
the most wickets, bro, because that guy's freaking love
Man,
Amr, man.
but
I
the
want to
thing
give
is,
him a hug.
like, in that New Zealand series when we were watching, I would be watching and I'll be like, man, if we have Muhammad Amir on these wickets where the ball's moving like
Spin.
this, man, like that would be a problem. So yeah, definitely Amir, man. And you said, great in the depth too. Like he utilizes his variation, wide Yorkers, slower bouncers, change of pace. Um, so yeah, great choices. Now I think we're gonna do a weekly show and see how the matches go and what teams are doing well, what teams are playing like shit, and we'll kind of go from there. And as always, guys, it's been a pleasure. Vase, thank you so much.
This was
Drop a
epic, man.
like, comment who you think is gonna win PSL 10. Who are the players to watch out for? And as always, thank you guys. Peace.
Pakistan Zindabad.